we streaming? Looks like we might be. Marvellous. Right, so I am going to do a stream tonight, and it's probably going to be a really bad idea because I've been in a really foul mood for the last few days. And part of the reason for that is that I just think that, well, it is the reason for it. I just think that there is no resolution in sight for this problem of grooming gangs, which as I speak right now is happening. As I speak, there will be not one, not two, not three, but many, many people being exploited by grooming gangs. And I'm actually highly pissed off now. I really am. I've always been extremely angry, but what has annoyed me is that I don't think there is really much effort from anyone outside of a very, very small minority. I don't think there's any genuine effort to fix this problem. And I think everyone needs a rocket shoved so far up their arse. Probably not the best choice of words, but it is. I am absolutely sick to the back teeth of this, and I think people are dodging very practical resolutions that don't involve armed insurrection, don't involve revolution, that just involve actually fixing the problem, fixing it. Which isn't difficult. It's not difficult. Not a difficult thing to fix. All you need to do is to go and find where the kids are being sold. It's not difficult. It's easy. 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 Because if some geezer who is working in a kebab shop somewhere can find these people, well, they can bloody well, a policeman can bloody well find them. Not difficult. Not difficult. At all. All of the and the problem with this as well is it's not just the politicians that are the problem. It's some of the people that are claiming to take an interest in this on the other side, on the Twitter sphere, because there are some people out there who are doing a lot of talking and sort of, well, we need to fix this, and it's all somewhere down the line. Somewhere down the line we're going to fix it. We're talking about people that are potentially trying to build careers on this. And that is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And there's a lot of people I'd exempt from that. I think there's some people that are talking who are trying to get the message across, and are very good, but don't have necessarily the ability to do the last bit. And this is the problem. We've got nobody that seems to be able to do the last joined up bit of thinking that can actually go out and make some change happen or shame people into change. And that's what we need. People who will shame people into change so they can't walk down the street. Our politicians should not be able to walk down the street and look us in the eye. They should be so ashamed that this situation has existed, but they don't care. They've still got their ideological view in front of all of that. They're worried about people are going to think I'm racist. It doesn't fucking matter. It is going on, and when we're in a situation, when it has been reported, not just for a few years, we've got 6-7 years of this being out in the open, at least longer than that. We're talking 10 years. We had the resistance from the papers in the 2000s. We had the Times that knew about these things but wouldn't report them. We had all that, and then we got past it, and we're still in the same fucking boat. The things are still happening. Nobody said, we'll fix this tomorrow. We don't need any new legislation to stop it. We've got everything we need to stop it. So why have we got people saying, oh, we're going to have to conduct an investigation to figure out about it? Just go and find the people that are selling it and fucking lock them up. It's not fucking rocket science. It's not difficult. And why are you accepting it? And I'm talking to you, whoever watches this. Why are you accepting it? It's on your fucking doorstep. It's you. You are the problem. If you are not going out and speaking to your politicians, you are part of the problem. If you are not shaming them, you are part of the problem. It is on all of us. It's no good pointing it over to all these people and saying it's them, it's them, it's them. It's you. And it doesn't matter if you go out and march. It doesn't matter if you turn up at the Day for Freedom. It doesn't fix anything. You have to go out and actually shame the people in power. You have to shame your police. Don't talk to your police. When you see your police in the street, say to them, I don't respect you because you are part of this system that are causing these problems. That's what you need to do. You need to get out there and make it so it's difficult for the people that are not doing anything. If you don't do that, this problem will never be resolved. And then the only way we can resolve this, is if the people who have actually been affected directly gain political power. And they ain't going to do that. There's no way they're going to do that by being elected. That's not going to happen. Then the only way they can get in is through the House of Lords. And do you think they're going to elect these people just into the House of Lords just because out of the goodness of their heart? No, they bloody won't. They'll do it because we have to put pressure on them. And I'm not talking about a few people turning up at Speaker's Corner, which was like a bloody graveyard on Sunday, a bloody graveyard. And I tell you what, the people were all lined up, smelling each other's farts there. Well, you're no fucking good. You're not going to fix anything. You need to be getting out and motivating people. You can't just stand there, do a few speeches and stand around thinking how fucking wonderful you are. That doesn't fix anything. Get out there and start talking to individuals. Get on the street every fucking day if you need to, because you've got the bloody platform. You've got the ear of the people. So go out there and do it. Don't fucking stand around counting your numbers, looking at your statistics, thinking, wow, I'm wonderful. You know who you are. I saw you doing it and I was bloody sick of it. You've got the platform. Go and do it. And everybody else needs to get out there. Shame your local police. Let me tell you, there is no question about it. Your local police know where it's happening. They know what's been happening. There is a long tradition of the police not acting upon these things because it is institutional. Institutional. It is built into the policing system to not act. Because anyone who acted was marked out as a racist. That's why it happened like that. That's why it happened. That's why the people that did nothing are the people that have been promoted. And it's been going on so long that those people have gone all the way up the chain of command and they're in the most senior positions. So anything that happens, anything we do is going to have those opposing us. So you have to shame them. You have to shame the press and the media who are doing nothing about this. They are only writing headlines. They don't want to fix the problem. Then they don't have headlines to write. If they fix it, they want a trickle. That's how the press works. That's how the media works. The written media are on their arse at the minute. They are looking for anything that they can print, that they can keep people coming back. They've got these ongoing narratives that they're trying to keep. They don't want to fix anything. They don't have anybody's interest at heart, with very few exceptions. Our friend Geraldine, let me just make sure I get the name right. Geraldine McKelvey, she's a good one. She's one of the good ones. I'll give her a pass. Most of the others, tossers. So go and shame them. Go and shame them. I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to hear any more of this bollocks, sheer bollocks that we're getting from all of us, everybody who are not doing what needs to be done. If this was a flood, there'd be an absolute if a flood kept on and nobody did anything, people were going bonkers. And this is a flood. This is a flood. And nobody gives a shit. People might say, oh, well, it's bothering me, it's annoying me. But it's not bothering anyone enough to go out and fucking make a difference, is it? Is it? Because the mechanisms are still there. It's a game of whack-a-mole. Oh, this week we've caught some. Oh, this week we've caught someone. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, we've caught some. It's still fucking going. How can it still be starting? How can these things still be growing? It's not like anybody's scared and gone, we better get out of this game. No, it's carrying on. They're waiting to get caught. Or they're thinking we'll never get caught. And that must mean that such a small proportion are actually getting caught. How many punters are getting caught? Has anybody ever heard of a punter getting nicked for this? The people that are paying? Are they getting nicked? Don't think they are. I can't recall any of those stories coming out. Or who knows, in this fucking country now, maybe we don't report those stories anymore. I don't know. Maybe they get covered up. Maybe they protect them. I don't fucking know. You're all standing for this. You're standing for this. This could be your kids. It might be your kids. You might not know. What more can I say? What can I do to convince anyone that they need to do more? What more can you do than say nothing's happening? We're watching everything going along. They're talking about having new investigations and, oh, well, we need to do a report and blah, blah. A report is just a bloody excuse to kick the can down the road until another government comes in, till it's a new regime, till people have retired out the civil service and it won't affect their pensions if anybody gets the finger pointed at them. That's the way it always works. These things always come years down the line. And we don't have years down the line. Years down, say it takes another 5, 6 years down the line for us to go. That's another generation of kids that are affected. We're not doing anything. Get out there. Don't sit there on your ass telling everyone, oh, it's awful. Go out and lose your friends over it. What's the point of having friends? What's the point of having... There's no sovereignty in the individual. In the individual rights, it's a potluck whether your kids get picked off on this thing. Don't think it's not happening near you, because it probably bloody well is. So go out and deal with it. Annoy your friends. We just can't tolerate this anymore. We just have to say no. We won't have it. It's finished. Don't speak to the police. The police, don't smile at them. Say to them, I can't speak to you because you're part of this system that is letting this continue. Because they'll soon get the arsehole with it. They'll soon start going back to their bosses and saying, do you know what, we're losing the respect of the public here. Because that's what I'm going to do anytime I see a policeman, and there are some fucking shit policemen. There's some great policemen, but there ain't as many as there used to be. There's some fucking shit police out there that do nothing. And I've seen them, when they see something happening, go, oh, my eyes are going that way, I'm not watching this. Well, I'm sorry, that has to stop. We have to finish all that bollocks. I've seen police who've gone into car parks, seen things happening, and have fucking driven on. Driven on. Not done anything on more than one occasion. And they've seen things that they know are wrong. They know it. I have no respect at the minute for the police. I've none. I've none whatsoever. And I will always try and assist the police. But do not tell me that all of these people do not hold collective responsibility for what has happened and what is happening. So go out there and don't live these pathetic lives that you're leaving, letting this happen anymore. I've had enough of it. I've absolutely had enough of this bullshit, utter bullshit that everybody is coming out with. Time to fix it. Time to be constructive. This is where it all turns. Become constructive. And shame the people that aren't doing their job, and we can fix it all. We can fix it all. We can catch these people that are doing these things. We can break it up. And we can once again have a society that has a semblance of being normal. And maybe we can deal with all child abuse. Maybe we can figure out a way to fix all of it. And that would be the ideal aim. And for Christ's sake, though, but this systematic, monetized form of abuse must end. Must end. I will not tolerate it anymore. And it's time we all decided to say no more. No more. That's it. Finished. No cooperation with this bullshit. Fix it. End fucking transmission.